Canelo Alvarez versus Callum Smith. It's kind of funny because in my opinion, this fight isn't getting the media attention that it deserves. You know, obviously people want to see Canelo face one of the Charlos. Granted, I want to see it too. Callum Smith is a high quality fighter, nevertheless. If you've watched any of his fights, he has very good ring generalship and a ring IQ. He's very long, very rangy. He likes to set up that counter left hook very well. You know, I feel that he hasn't faced the competition level that Canelo has, because a lot of the guys Callum Smith beat, I'll be honest, I haven't really heard of many of them, but you know, a fight's a fight, and those were professional fighters that he defeated. You know, people have to realize that even though his resume might not be stacked with a bunch of big names like a who's who of fighters, that doesn't mean that it didn't take a lot of skill, dedication, and will to overcome that many professional fighting men in the ring, which Callum Smith has done. With that being said, in my opinion, Canelo Alvarez's resume gives him a little bit of an advantage over Callum Smith. Canelo Alvarez has simply faced a better competition. You know, anybody who says otherwise, in my opinion, they're simply being untruthful. Canelo Alvarez has a different build than Callum Smith. He's kind of more of a short and stocky type of fighter. He has that thick neck, which in my opinion leads to it being kind of difficult to knock him out or to daze him or to hurt him. You know, in my opinion, Callum Smith has a thin body, and Canelo Alvarez, he throws very good left hooks to the body. He works the body very good in general, in my opinion. As well as Callum Smith, he has a somewhat skinny neck. You know, when you have somewhat of a skinny neck, it's easier to turn the chin. I'm not saying that Canelo's gonna be able to reach it, because Callum Smith looks like, you know, he looks like a palm tree facing a bush. If you understand my analogy, like Callum Smith is very tall. Canelo is not like 100% short guy, but compared to Callum Smith, Canelo looks very small. You know, muscularity wise, they're both dense, they both have good muscles. You know, they both look like they have very good reflexes and reaction time. Defense wise, I have to lean a little bit with Canelo. His defense is proven. He's faced the stiffer competition, like I've said, up until this point, and he hasn't taken too many damaging shots, damaging blows in none of the fights that I can remember, to be honest. Even in the fight that Canelo lost to Mayweather, although Mayweather outlanded him cleanly, none of those shots, in my opinion, hurt Canelo. They simply landed cleanly and Canelo couldn't land back. But against Callum Smith, that's a whole different game. Callum Smith doesn't have the feet work, in my opinion, or the speed, in my opinion, or the evasiveness, in my opinion, to be able to get away from Canelo Alvarez for 12 rounds. I do feel like Callum Smith has enough power to keep Canelo Alvarez honest. Canelo Alvarez will get hit in this fight, and he will be tested, because Callum Smith, in my opinion, he doesn't have that loser's mind state. He has a winning mind state. He's going to go into this fight with the mentality that I'm the champ. I don't care what anybody says, I'm winning, and I definitely respect that, and I love that mentality. With that being said, I personally am going to favor Canelo a little bit in this one, just given the level of competition Canelo has faced already, and just Canelo's overall skill set. You know, people don't like to give him respect, but Canelo can fight. It's pure point blank, he can fight. This will be a good fight as well, though.